Hi there, everybody. I just want to make sure that I am recording this. Hmm, Looks like it. Okay, today, well, it's Sunday brunch day again. Uh, Today I'm going to be making apple fritters. Apple fritters. Uh, that would go good with a morning coffee or tea. And let's get started. Oh, by the way, this plus I was thinking about making orange Julius to finish off the menu. I'm not sure, but this is the last of the recipe to finish the menu, and then we're going to start another uh, batch of menu. We're probably going to be cooking with ham or something, ham or lamb or something, because of Easter, April, Easter. Uh, I'm assuming that we're going to have a lot of leftover ham. So I'll be making something with ham, so stay tuned. Okay, now to get started on the apple fritter, uh, we're going to start off with oops. I have two kinds of apple fritter recipes. I'm gonna make the easiest one. The other one is more like a donut, yeast risen. This is uh, made with baking powder, as most fritters are. So I have, like any other batter, you mix the dry ingredients first, and then the wet ingredients, and then you dump it all together. You know that by now. So I have uh, 2 cups of white flour, and I have it mixed in here already. I measured it. I cheated and started a little early. I have 2 cups of flour, and then I added 2 teaspoons of baking powder and a quarter teaspoon of salt. I have my cheat sheet right here. A quarter teaspoon of salt, and to that I'm gonna add 1 teaspoon cinnamon and here 1 teaspoon cinnamon and 1/3 cup brown sugar. And if you have nutmeg, you can add maybe half a teaspoon of nutmeg. I don't have any on hand, and I was not about to go to the store just to get nutmeg. So, but that can be omitted, and it would taste just as delicious. Trust me. All that nutmeg does is just it may add a little aroma and just something extra maybe. But this is going to be good. Um, like I said, if you're going to add nutmeg, add about 1/2 to 1/4 teaspoon. And so that's the dry ingredients. Then just stir this up a little bit to incorporate the baking powder and salt and all that stuff. So you don't have one big lump of one ingredient. Oops. This you call me Messy Marvin. I do make a mess when I cook. I have apron. I should wear it more often. When I do serious cooking, like if I'm canning or doing something like that, making big batch of something, I do wear apron. Because you know me, I am messy. So this is pretty much stirred up. And we're gonna, remember I said messy? Look what I have. I already have 3 spoons on the counter already. You know, it's just making noises. put it in the dishwasher later. So we're going to mix the wet ingredients, which is 1 cup milk. And try not to spill it in front of the camera. So 1 cup milk, 1 egg. I had an egg here somewhere. Oh, here. 1 egg. Try not to make too much noise. One egg. And 1 egg. And 2 tablespoons white sugar. I should look at the camera. 1, 2. It don't have to be precise or anything. 2 tablespoons of white sugar and melted butter, which got hard. It was melted. I might put it back in the refrigerator. Microwave. So, that'll be melted butter. Then, I happen to have canned apples, but if you don't, you can just dice. I'd say about maybe 2 to 3 apples, and then you cook them down with a little bit of brown sugar and just soften them up a little bit. But, I think I popped it. Oh my God, I made a mess. That was partially thawed. Melted. Well, I'll just add a little extra. I just eyeball it. I shouldn't have reheated it. I should have just let it go. It would have been alright. Oh well. You know me. We just go with the roll. Nothing to get stressed over, right? That should melt it. The heat from the melted butter should melt this. I'm not going to put it back in the microwave. Not after that one. Now I got to go and clean my microwave mess. Which, just give me a second. I'll just wipe it down quick. Because you know how butter, it gets hard, it'll make even more of a mess. Just for a second. It won't take long. There we go. I told you it won't take long. There, I don't have to worry about that. Remember, no stress. So, okay. I just want to temper this butter a little bit. Yeah, we won't tell. We made a mess in the microwave. Yeah, mom's the word. That's just between you guys and us, me. So, okay. Now, I think that was all melted. 1 cup milk, 1 egg, 1 sugar, melted butter. Not 1 sugar, 2 tablespoons sugar, melted butter. Then we want to add apples. Well, I'm just going to go ahead and use this jarred apple. But you can use, what do you call? Apples in a can. You can go to the store and buy apples in a can. Or maybe even apple pie apples. I don't know about apple pie apples. Although this was a recipe for apple pie, apple, but I don't have too much gel in it. It's mostly apple. Where the commercialized apple pie filling is a lot. There's a lot of like gel, rather not big chunks of apples. So you want to avoid that. You want to have as much chunks of apple. Or you could maybe even use that and maybe even dice some fresh apples and microwave it a little bit to soften it up. Try it. Let me know. Okay. Uh, let's see. I'm just gonna use about half a jar. I just put in a little bit at a time. Again, besides the wet and dry ingredients, I don't measure. Because if you don't add enough apples, you just have more dough than apples. If you have too much apple, hey, there's no such thing as too much apples, is there? We love apples. I do. I gotta, because this is my apple, I don't have it cut. I have it in big chunks, so I gotta cut it a little bit to about the size. That size. Or maybe even smaller. But because they were already cooked, they might, I don't want it to just melt away. On the other hand, sometimes I find that other recipes, when they call for fresh apples, it tends to not be cooked enough, and you bite into it and you have a little hard apples, which I don't know. I prefer the softer apples. It may be personal taste. I don't know, but I like this recipe. I mean, I like the way I make it, of course. Who wouldn't, right? I'm sure you like it the way you make it. Okay, now I'm gonna save the other half and mix it in as I see it. If it looks a little too wet, then I won't add as much. If it looks too dry, I think it's safe to add more. I'll add as much as I can without making it too mushy, uh, too wet. Because you're gonna fry it in deep oil, which I'm heating. Ooh, that is hot already. I gotta watch. Mm. Turn the oil off a bit. Uh, I don't want it to burn. Okay, now I forget what I was. So what ingredients? Oh, you know what? Oh, yes, I did. Okay, I added the eggs. I don't see anything here, so I don't think I missed any. The wet ingredients was 1 cup milk, 1 egg, sugar, butter, and the apples. I think I got everything. If not, let me know. Yeah, I think I have everything here. And okay, and the dry ingredients, I got everything here. Flour, baking powder, salt, cinnamon, sugar. I don't have nutmeg because I don't have nutmeg in my pantry, period. But okay, that's it. Then you mix it together. Ooh, I just wonder what I'm doing with the knife. I saw a big chunk of apples. I want to cut that down a little bit. See, it doesn't matter. Most of my recipes, you can always work with it. If you have anything big, just cut it smaller. It's that simple. Yeah, you don't want it too wet and watery because we're going to be frying in a deep oil. You want a little bit of body. Add a little. I've already used the other half for something else. I cook small. I don't usually make a big batch of anything because we like everything, pretty much fresh and things like that. You don't want to go stale. You want to eat it while it's fresh. So I don't make big batch like donuts and pastries. In case you're wondering, I'm cutting to the apples. I know I do things weird. Hey, that's okay. People find that entertaining, so just think of it like I'm entertaining you. Although this is how I do things no normally. This is my norm. Oops. I don't want to have to watch for that oil there. I just want to show you the texture. See, it falls off the fork slowly. In fact, you probably would get 2 spoons and push it out. That's the texture you want. Okay, so this is ready. I'll cook it a little bit and see how it tastes. And if I think it needs more flour, I'll just add more flour. It's that simple. I should have kept the other spoons. I would have less spoons. I gotta straighten my top off. Okay, let's see how the temperature. You wanna heat the oil. I didn't tell you this, but you wanna heat the oil to about 350 degrees. I did turn it off now. I hope this is not gonna take long now. No, it's 250. No, it's going up quick. 300. What did I say? 350? Okay. Now I'm kind of stuck for conversation here. That's one reason why I'm a little weary about going live. But on the other hand, if I was going live, you could provide the conversation too. So I don't know. I don't know if I should go live or not. Okay, it is 350. I can start. I don't want to splatter it. I know I get quiet. I'm concentrating. You know how I am. And this is hot oil. I always caution people when you work with hot oil. Please, please, please be careful. In case you wonder why I stopped talking. I'm short, so I have to tippy toe so I can see the pot. Could have made it a little bit thicker. I think the next batch I'm going to add a little bit more flour to it. I may have added a little extra apples. And you know, this is not raw apple. So it does tend to get a little on the wet side. I'd say that one just flipped over on its own. I'd say about maybe 2 minutes, depending on the size of the batter. I don't have to flip that because that flipped. I should have prepared a dish to put it in. I'll be right back. I am washing the counter, making sure that there's no cats. Yeah, I'm making sure there is no cats. Except for Mr. B. He's asleep. And the other one's sound asleep, so. The heat's a little too high. It's hard to adjust. That's about close to, how many minutes was that? If this is small, about 2 minutes maybe. 1.5 minutes on each side, or 2 minutes. Then what I usually do is, I'm using the wrong rack, but that's okay. It just falls through the hole. Okay, now I want to cut one open and see what it's like inside before I finish the others. I know I should talk. Oh, this is hot. I'm using, I'm reusing that oil that I've used earlier. It's hot, hot, hot. But the dough, it's, you know what? I'm trying to hold it. Well, I'm trying to show it to you. It's a little bit colored because of the cinnamon, but you can tell inside it's done. So I'm gonna fry about, what did I say? About 1.5 to 2 minutes per side. But see, you can see the apples. That's what you want. You don't want the apples to melt, but you do. But you know this is cooked. You don't have to worry about biting into hard apples or uncooked apples. Mm. Oh, hot. I'm trying to eat it and not burn myself. But you know the oil, it's hot. I should be talking, but it's good. And I'm hungry. Mm. I think it's good like that. Oops. Hold on. I'm all out of flour. So I'm using this organic, expensive organic flour. Normally I use just a regular flour. Just a little bit. You know how you do with pancake batter? Sometimes you just, if things don't work out, you just add a little bit. You don't need to add any more baking powder or anything. Because it's not, you're not really adding a whole lot of flour to make a difference. Just so it's not too wet when I put it in the oil. It has a little body. See? That's the texture. Like I said, that one was good. It's just that it's just that I'm the only reason I'm adding flour is because I want it to drop easier so it's safer for me. But flavor wise, you don't need to do anything really. I got burned years ago when I was young. So I'm a little nervous about using oil. So I don't fry too many things. Once in a while, I give myself permission to eat fried stuff. But there are recipes that calls for baked. I might try that next. I'll let you know if I come across a good recipe that calls for baked donuts or baked apple fritters. And Sarge was talking about air fryer. I don't have any, but I'm hearing a lot of good results from the air fryer. I would like to try it one day, maybe for Christmas. I might get lucky. Who knows? Hint, hint. But, yeah, you don't want to overcrowd this. That goes without saying for almost anything. This is a quick one. I should have made another batch. What I do is I make a glaze confectioner. All it is confectioner sugar and a little bit of milk or water. You can use water, but I prefer milk. And I also prefer to use a little bit of vanilla. Just eyeball it. It's not coming out too good because I'm at the end. I might have to make another glaze. I thought I would have just enough to just at least show you guys what it looks like when it's glazed. But I don't. Here I go trying to microwave that every little bit of glaze I have in that. It's only about a little bit. Maybe it'll come off easier. And trying to flip this at the same time. Can I do it? Can I multitask? I need a cheerleader. Oops. Somebody that will cheer me and say, yes you can, yes you can. Now the other recipe I made for apple fritter, it fried like this, did not get as puffy. It had less baking powder. But I thought I would try this one out. It's the easier one of the two. You know, in the time that I'm wasting on trying to get this little bit of icing out, I could have made the icing. That's it. I'm not messing around with that. Okay, let's drain this. That's about it. See, it didn't take long at all. It is a little on the dark side only because I'm using, I should say, old oil that I had previously used. what I do is I strain it. Because I only used it once, and I figured it was good enough for another batch. Almost lost one. Okay. Okay, you get the idea. I think I'm going to finish that later on because it's just repeating, just dropping it in and wait till it browns. And the best timing, everybody has different portions they scoop out, and you know, and the oil sometimes gets the temperature gets lower, then you just crank it up more, or sometimes it's too hot and you just let it sit a little bit. But get yourself one of these thermometer. This is I think I got this for candy making. This is a candy making thermometer, I think, because it has temperatures all the way up to 400. So yeah, it's a good thing to have. It's a must have if you're just starting out housekeeping. So yeah, for those younger generation who's just starting out, I give you all kinds of tips and things that's convenient for you, almost like a must or necessary if you want to do a lot of cooking or candy making. It doesn't cost that much money to keep your kitchen well equipped with gadgets and things that you will use. And I said, I like gadgets, but only if you're going to use them. If you're not going to use them, it's just a waste of drawer space. Trust me. And we can always use space in the kitchen, right? I know I can. So let me get a plate, and I can plate it up for you. So you can see what it looks like again. My fancy napkin. Mm-hmm. There we go. I will probably have to make more, not probably, I will have to make more glaze. But see that? Looks good, doesn't it? There was just enough glaze that I could scrape from the bottom of that bottle. That didn't take long, did it? In no time at all, you can have apple fritters. And they're just delicious. Just something simple, delicious, and easy. I always say I like to deliver simple and easy products for you. So here it is. Apple fritters, make it. Okay? So, oh, I guess I could do another taste, right? I did open one up, but that was just to see if it was done. So it's part of video making, tasting, right? So I'm gonna sacrifice myself with all this calorie. I don't know if it has calorie really. It didn't look like it had so much sugar, but anyhow, that didn't take long for me to shove it in my mouth. Mm. I just took a big chunk of apple. The brown one you see, that's apples. Mm. That's a big chunk, and it remains its shape. See, I like those are the things I like when I cook with like fruit or vegetable. I like to see my fruit. If it's apple, I like to see a chunk of apple. Sometimes you order pie or whatever in a restaurant, and you have to go like this. Is there an apple in it? Kind of thing. Because it, I just, it might taste good, but you like I always say, you eat with your eyes, and that is so true. You want to see big chunks of apples like this. I don't know if you can see it because of the cinnamon color, but yeah, and it's really good. Yeah, I think I'm eating more than I'm talking. I'm making a mess. Mm, I love apples, and they're good for you. Apples are good for you. I don't know about the sugar. We'll just dismiss the sugar, white sugar. But I did use brown sugar, which is much better than the white sugar, they say. Oh, mm. Dishes like this, very simple, old-fashioned type. It just makes you smile. Makes me smile. Because you put food in front of me, I'm always smiling. Mm. Well, I do have to say, remember in my early videos, I said I'm going to lose 5 pounds. I do believe I may have, but that's not to say I'm not going to gain it back before the end of the year. All I said was I'm going to lose 5 pounds, and that's not hard to do. Not 5. Like I said, just stop eating a couple, a little bit here and there. Well, it's mostly water with me. Mm. I'm going to save this for Sarge. I'm going to start eating that. Because I'm too lazy to make a glaze. But yeah, I'm gonna, I'm gonna have a couple more pieces of that, of course. You can't just eat 1 or 2 fritters. No. You gotta eat at least 3, right? These are so small. So okay, now we're gonna close. I don't know how long this took. Oh, I thought it was a very short video, but it's 42 minutes. But that's still not bad because I talk a lot. Not a lot, but I waste time. It's like I said, when I talk, my hands stop. I stop working. My mind stops. But yeah, so I'm closing this apple fritter. I wanted to deliver this because I said I would, and I like to keep my not promise, but when I say something, I really do like to do my best to deliver. Sometimes it doesn't happen, but I try my best, and that would just have to be good enough. So until then, I pray for peace, like I always do, and peace to everybody, to all the individuals out there, you know. And you pray for peace in your heart too, okay? We all should, pray for peace in our heart. And I hear Sarge making videos, and it just dawned on me, one of Sarge's follower, Clyde, is getting an operation on his foot. So I pray for that too. I hope it really works out for him. And he has such a great followers. He's blessed. I hope, that I too will get, long-term followers like Sarge. But I'm happy with whoever's watching me right now. They seem to be watching, most of my videos, which I'm very grateful for you guys. And that's what keeps me going. Other than that, why would I want to make videos if I'm not reaching out to anybody? And I had other things I wanted to say, but you know me, this is pretty unrehearsed. I don't like to rehearse too many lines of scripts because it would have to be natural. My channel is about me and how I live my life in faith. Yes, I'm like I said, I'm not trying to preach anything, but it is a part of my life, and I do like to talk about God, and I will say God bless, and I will say I believe. So I hope you guys are not offended by those my what do you call that? Testimony, testimonial, because that's who I am, and I would like to spread the message out to everybody. Believe in God. It's time. It's time for the world to, start believing in something other than just having fun and just all about themselves. So take it from me. It's much, much happier. You'll be much happier when you're in peace with yourself. That's why I chose the word peace a lot, because it is the bottom line for everything, right? If you're in peace, you're happy. You know, how many unhappy people do you see that have peace in their heart? Not many. So anyhow, God bless and peace to all of you. Till the next time, I'll come up with some Sunday brunch ideas. Like I said, something that's appropriate for Easter, maybe. Easter's just around the corner. It's Sunday. Tomorrow is Easter. So for everybody who celebrates Easter, happy Easter. Bye bye.